So today is the fifth video of the summer book club that Heather from A Catholic Mom's Life is hosting. And the book is The Handbook for Catholic Moms by Lisa Hendy. And this chapter is about special circumstances, mothering adoptive, foster, or special needs children. And as you know from my first two videos, I am not a mom, so this video will be short. I'm glad that I read this chapter though. I think it's important for everyone, whether they're a mom or not, to be aware of what moms are going through, especially moms that have special needs children or are foster parents or adoptive parents. The author talks about one offensive term is real mom. And, so if a mom is a foster parent or an adoptive parent, she is their real mom. So that's one example, of being sensitive. I gave childcare to a beautiful family of four children. The parents were strong Catholics, and the oldest child lived with cerebral palsy. I was about to say cystic fibrosis. Cerebral palsy. And you notice I say lives with. I don't say suffers from or was diagnosed with. Because he lives a full life. He can communicate via his wheelchair and Vanguard technology, and he loves Italian food and accents. I used to speak to him in Italian accent to make him laugh. So I think it's great for everyone to be sensitive and to support these mothers in any way that they can. Some other things from the chapter that I liked was that when you adopt or foster or have a special needs child, it helps the person to grow in virtue and to root out selfishness. I think that's so beautiful. My husband and I have talked about possibly fostering or adopting, but because we do want to try to see if God will bless us with children, we think it would be better psychologically for a foster child or an adopted child to be the baby, be the baby of the family and get the most attention, because if we were to adopt or foster now and then have a baby, naturally the baby gets more attention, and we wouldn't want to put that psychological trauma, if you know what I'm saying. If you were an adopted child and then your parents had a baby, you might think, oh, that's the baby that they wanted. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the right time for us, but I definitely do look at those kids online that are looking for families and pray for them. And I also know that a lot of those kids that I read about online, in their description it says, this child really needs an experienced parent, and my husband and I have zero experience. So it's not the time for us, but who knows when it may be time for us in the future. Another thing I liked in this chapter was if your child is acting out, they may just need extra attention. I have noticed that in my children's choir. There's one little girl who I love, but who interrupts constantly and, doesn't sit in her chair, is all over the place. But, whenever I need to run to the kitchen to get something or go write something on the dry erase board, she wants to be there right with me. So she just needs a little extra love. So I never lose my temper with her or any child. And, I just try to correct her gently and try to give her an outlet for her extra energy and try to give her a little extra attention. Also in this chapter, the author just really talks about just doing your best. Like if you're a mom that has an adopted child or a special needs child, don't be hard on yourself. You're amazing. You're doing a great job. An example is I went to a mass once, and the homily was by a priest who became a priest, I guess after he lost his wife. So he was married and he had twins. And he told us about how he didn't always make it to Mass because it was tough with twins. And he just let us know, do your best. God understands. God loves you so much. And yeah, if you have a special needs child and you can't make it to Mass, God understands. God loves you. And just don't be too hard on yourself. Do your best, and that's all you can do. Um, yeah, so I definitely like this chapter. I have always been around special needs people. My grandmother, she had a home for adults with autism and Downs and various other um, things. And yeah, so I have some good memories with them. Sometimes I'd cook them dinner. I'd cook them mac and cheese, and they would say, "Wow, you can cook mac and cheese." I was like in middle school. And I just think it's, great that everyone is aware of what is out there and everyone is sensitive. To be sensitive, and yeah, I guess that's all I have to share. And I'll definitely pray for all the moms out there that have a little extra on their plate, or a lot extra on their plate. And I want to give a big thank you to Heather from A Catholic Mom's Life. I just feel that this book club is just such an amazing idea. I think everyone posting videos is excited about it, and people who are just watching from home are really excited about it. And so thank you, Heather, so much for doing this. And I hope you all have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.